Hello, dear church family. Sorry, I was muted there for a second. I'm here again with some music for this Sunday sermon, Sunday's service. Well, you'll have to forgive me. I was with a class of first graders today, all day. I substitute teach, and I try to substitute for junior high and high school. There was a bit of a mix up. I was thinking I was signing up for um, the middle school, but I accidentally signed up for the charter school, and they put me with first graders. So it was quite a day. It was fun. They were a lot of fun, but they were quite a handful. So if I misspeak or just seem tired, please forgive me for that. But these worship songs will be something to pump up my energy and hopefully yours as we sing through them. I hope you're encouraged. I just hope I can give you an opportunity to worship God, to remind yourself of who God is and be excited about that. Be thankful for Him. All right, our first song here is Our God. It's just kind of bragging on God. Our God is greater. Our God is stronger, higher than any other. He's healer. He's awesome in power. He's our God. I think I've mentioned this before, but people saying like, well, my dad can do this, or my dad can beat up your dad. It's like, our God is greater, faster, stronger. He actually exists. He's the only God. So right there, we can just end the conversation because He's the only God. So of course He's greater, stronger, all those things. So yeah, let's just jump into it and praise our God for who He is. Water you turned into wine, open the eyes of the blind. No one like you, none like you. Sorry, I need to turn down a little bit. Into the darkness you shine, out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you, none like you. Our God is greater, our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, our God. Water you turned into wine, opened the eyes of the blind. There's no one like you, none like you. Darkness you shine, out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you, none like you. Our God is greater, our God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, our God. And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? Who is ever going to come against God? Well, many come against God, but who is going to ever be able to even match who he is? No question, him. I mean, when people thought they defeated him, that's when he did the most epic thing of all. So he's always 10,000 million steps ahead of everyone. They think they got him, but they don't. And he's our God. We get to call him our God. That's epic. So good. For anyone who's watching, let me know how the stream's going. I'm getting errors on YouTube saying I don't have the right. I don't have good internet. I just don't have good internet here where I live. So let me know if there's problems, and if you can see me, hear me, and let me know if you're just there, if you're just worshiping along. Okay, our next song, "Open the Eyes of My Heart." Oh, this is interesting. Last week we did a song, "How Great Is Our God," and you won't know this because I mentioned it in the live stream music that I'm like what I'm doing now. But last week I was having tons of problems. But I mentioned that I learned that song in sign language growing up. At our homeschool group, there was a sign language class, and I would take. And what we would do is we would just learn songs in sign language. It was I think a good way of learning the different signs was by putting them to music. And that was one of the songs. And this is also one of the songs, "Open the Eyes of My Heart." So I've been singing the song for quite a while, and I like it a lot. We can read tons of stuff in the Bible. We can have all this knowledge, but if we don't apply it, it might be the right word, I don't know, but if we don't actually live, don't see what it means, then it's just useless information. So our prayer is, open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Grow my faith, God. I've heard it said once, faith is where the mind and the heart unite. That would be worth kind of meditating on and dissecting. What does that mean? But using what we know about God, God will take care of us. God will protect us. He will never leave us. We can trust him with our problems. And then actually trusting him with our problems. That it takes, for lack of a better word, a step of faith, a leap of faith. You're like, I believe that this is what God can do, but taking that step to trust him with this problem, to not worry about it, and to walk in such a way where I know he's going to have my back, that takes faith. And it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. So, our prayer, open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Help me to see you, not with just my mind, but my heart. Okay, let's sing. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you, see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you, to see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see I want to see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Sing that one more time. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. See you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Yeah. All right. We're doing great. Our last song, Be Thou My Vision. Little sneak preview. I asked Pastor Garrett what he was going to cover this Sunday for his sermon. Because Jesus has died, but he hasn't been buried yet. And he hasn't risen from the grave yet. So I wasn't sure if he was going to do all the way to rising from the grave, but it looks like he's just going to cover burial. And he mentioned that he wants to focus on, he says, the providence of God even in Christ's burial. Providence of God. So my mind went to this song, Be Thou My Vision. Be my guide. Be where I'm setting my goals. When I think of vision, I think of a vision statement in like business. Like the manager has his vision that he wants to share with the workers. So he does that. It's like, here, catch the vision of what we're doing here. May God be my vision, be what I'm looking forward to, my inspiration. Not just inspiration so I can be inspired to do things, but be the whole, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but just be what I'm looking for, to be what I'm striving toward. And my guide, right? It says stuff like, be my wisdom, my inheritance, and be my king ultimately. High King of Heaven. Yeah. And it sounds really good. I like this song, the way it sounds too. But it's full of good words. So let's sing those words together. Why don't we? Thou art, thou my best thought by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my light. Be thou my wisdom, and thou my true word. I ever with thee, and thou with me, Lord. Thou my great Father, and I thy true Son. Thou in me dwelling, and I with thee one. Riches I heed not, nor man's empty praise. Thou mine inheritance and always. Thou and thou only be first in my heart. My King of Heaven, my treasure thou art. King of Heaven, thy victories won. May I reach heaven's joys, O bright heaven's sun. Heart of my own heart, whatever befall, still be my vision, O ruler of all. Sing the first verse again. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. Not be all else to me, save that thou art. Thou my best thought, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my light. Still be my vision, O ruler of all. Yeah. I'm not sure when this hymn was written. I'm thinking quite a while ago. And sometimes hymns people try to put a new melody to them, keeping the old words and put new melody. This one doesn't need it. It's still so beautiful the way it's written, both with the words and the melody. Great song. All right, well, that's it. Those are the songs. Thanks for joining me and getting ready for Sunday. And it's not so much that it's just getting ready for Sunday, but we're able to worship right now, which is a blessing. I hope it has been for you, and I hope that you have been able to worship and be a blessing to God. All right, until next time, God bless. A little note, as I'm if the audio is not good or something, some technical thing, please let me know. Okay, because I'd hate for me to do the whole thing and then not realize something went wrong. So I appreciate that help. Yeah, until next time, bye bye. Don't worry about that timer.